This question has been inspired by a question that people have been asking me in many of my forums about waking up early in the morning. Many people will tell you that the early bird catches the worm. It is beautiful to wake up early in the morning. You're able to accomplish a lot. You're able to achieve a lot. You're able to plan your day ahead. But I want to summarize all that by saying that the morning hour is a magical hour. If you're able to get out of bed at the desired hour, you can be guaranteed of a happy day ahead. So the question is, how do I ensure that I wake up at the exact time that I had planned to wake up by the time I was going to bed in the evening? There are 2 or 3 techniques that I can advise you to use which have worked for me, and it all starts in the mind. Number 1, set your mind that you're going to wake up at the time that you have decided to wake up. In addition to that, make sure that as you plan to wake up early in the morning, you have a reason as to why you want to do that. You wake up with a purpose. For example, maybe you want to wake up early to study, maybe to complete an assignment, maybe you also want to work out. But if you don't have a reason to wake up early, most likely you will still be sluggish in the morning as you struggle to wake up. The second and the obvious thing is set your alarm. Now, this is what the trick is. People make the mistake when it comes to setting the alarm. We set our alarm 15 minutes earlier, 30 minutes earlier, or 1 hour earlier than the time that we want to wake up. And I'm calling it a mistake because if I set my alarm 30 minutes earlier to the time that I want to wake up, I will have wasted 30 minutes of my sleep, 30 minutes of my rest. And therefore, I have interrupted with my sleep. I have interrupted with my rest, which definitely will have its consequences. Most likely, you'll be tired throughout the day, you will be bored and wondering why the day is not coming to an end, you'll be sleepy, and you'll be looking forward to going back to bed because you've not had enough sleep. And I'm saying enough because when you're going to bed, maybe you had planned to sleep for 7 hours. Then you set your alarm 30 minutes earlier. It means you've denied yourself the 30 minutes that you had told your system you're going to be asleep. And therefore, what your system does, because you have slept for 6.5 hours and not the 7 that you had planned, your system never forgets. During the day, it is going to try to recover the 30 minutes that you lost early in the morning. And therefore, this is what you do. If you plan to wake up at 5, set your alarm at exactly 5. If it's 5:30, set your alarm at 5:30. Then secondly, the moment your alarm wakes you up, don't try to extend your hand to snooze that button. Just get out of bed. Once you are out of bed, now take your alarm and turn it off. And if that is difficult for you, there's a solution to that. A very small trick. Just place your alarm slightly away from your bed, such that in order for you to reach the alarm, you'll have to get out of that bed. And you know what? The only problem is usually getting out of bed. So once you get out of bed to go and turn off the alarm, you've woken up. The other thing is very simple. Just have a routine. Sleep for 7 hours, sleep for 6 hours, sleep for 8 hours. And try to make it your daily routine to sleep at exact equal hours every day. And if all that is difficult, the only solution is the moment your alarm wakes you up, just get out of bed. Because no matter how many times you snooze your alarm, you'll still wake up. In other words, you're just delaying the inevitable. And there is no time you'll ever have enough sleep. Don't say that I'm going to extend my sleep for 20 minutes so that I can sleep enough. No. And I can prove to you that there's never enough sleep. One of the days, try this experiment. Go to bed early enough, maybe at 7 or 8 p.m. or even 6 p.m. and don't change the time that you ordinarily wake up in the morning. Sleep continuously for all those hours, but you'll be surprised that when your alarm wakes you up tomorrow morning, the feeling of getting out of bed will always be the same. Whether you sleep for 10 hours or 8 hours or 6 hours or 4 hours, there is no way you're going to have an easy time to get out of bed. So please learn that sleep will never be enough, and don't interrupt your sleep by setting your alarm minutes or an hour earlier before the time you are planning to wake up. Thank you so much as you have an early morning.